Hello everyone, welcome to your Farm and Ranch News. I'm Brett McCrae with the Northern Ag Network. It is county fair season in Northern Ag Network country. 4-H and FFA youth across Montana are getting the opportunity to see their hard work pay off at livestock sales around the state. At the 4-county Marias Fair in Shelby earlier this month, the community supported these programs in the annual livestock sale. Bidding competitively on the animals, local youth have worked hard all summer to bring to market. 46 steers averaged $7.72 a pound. 14 lambs averaged $19.53 a pound, and 43 hogs averaged $17.20 a pound. In total, the Marias Fair livestock sale raised $693,732 for the rural youth in Glacier, Toole, Pend Oreille, and Liberty County. Speaking of locally grown food, the Trailhead Cattlewomen's Association is hosting a farm-to-table dinner in Huntley this Saturday. The Montana Longest Table event will feature beef from the S Ranch and sweet corn from Speedy's in Hardin, among other locally sourced food. Tickets are only available beforehand at Huntley Project Museum, R&R Trading, and the Mini Merc. And in other news, the Montana Farm Bureau supports a lawsuit against BLM's public lands rule. Several ag organizations filed a lawsuit July 12th challenging the agency's landscape health rule that elevates conservation as a use on public lands, potentially excluding other uses such as livestock grazing. Montana Farm Bureau is expressing solidarity with these groups, opposing BLM's rule that it says is harmful to agriculture and rural communities. Thanks for joining us for your Farm and Ranch News. The Northern Ag Network is back in an hour.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Hello again, everyone. Brett McCrae back with more ag news and your markets. Last week, the Environmental Protection Agency released a draft plan on new insecticide regulations for public comment. The draft insecticide strategy outlines EPA plans to protect threatened and endangered species from insecticides, which moves the agency closer to meeting its obligations under the Endangered Species Act. This follows the EPA's release of the draft herbicide strategy last year and its plans for a final fungicide plan at some time in the future. The draft insecticide strategy identifies protections that EPA will consider when it registers a new crop protection product or reevaluates an existing one. Cash cattle trade last week mixed from 187 to 196, that's higher for live deals, and 308 to 310, which is lower on the dressed basis. On Friday, the weigh-up cows in St. Onge almost exclusively in the $1.40 range, bulls in the 150s and 160s. At the sheep yards in Newell last week, lighter feeder lambs sold from $211 to $230, and open replacement ewes brought $205 per head. Modest gains in wheat markets Monday morning. Pressure across grain markets in recent months has come from record yield expectations for crops like corn and wheat. Although it looks like there might finally be some optimism for demand-side factors. Lower prices have made U.S. product more competitive in the global market. U.S. wheat export inspections are 11% higher than the previous marketing year. That's all for your Ag Report. I'm Brett McCrae on the Northern Ag Network.